planned for you guys today. And yeah, welcome back. I have it's the tutorials about a guide to console commands. So you guys probably know stuff like console.log or console.error or something like that. But then today I'm going to give you a complete guide on console commands and like how you can use them, what different sort of stuff there are, and all that. So basically, yeah, and I've been back to my 2 video streak. Hopefully I'll be able to maintain it for quite some time. So last week I released a video on media queries, which got my 2 video streak back up. I can't really remember the other one, but yeah. So now let's just get going. So before that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get going. So for this, I only need my JavaScript file. I don't actually need an HTML or the CSS file. So I'm just gonna call this index.js. So here, what I'm gonna start with is the basic command. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna just open this up. So this is my command prompt or terminal. So how I'm gonna actually run code is, let's just say I'm gonna go console.log hello world. Here I can just do node index. If you have Node.js installed, that's presuming you have Node.js installed, which you should have if you follow some of my other videos which require Node.js. So if I click node index, I basically run the file in my local editor, I guess. So over here I can just type clear and it clears everything. And then obviously the first thing that you want to actually learn is all demonstrated here, and that's the console.log. So basically a console is this object, I guess, and which has many different properties. We can actually console.log console to actually see what comes out. Oops. So you get quite a few stuff from this. You get log, warn, dir, time, and log trace, and all those nice stuff. And then yeah, the basic first thing you can just do, you can also do right here, instead of having to clear it, I think you can do console.clear. Not sure if it only works in the browser terminals or if it works in this as well. So I'm going to try node index. So it did nothing but clear the entire terminal. I guess it works in our local editor terminal as well. And we have 5 more commands that I'm going to do. You know what? I'm going to put in comments. Logs to the console, and I'm just gonna do console log hello world, clears the console.clear, and then I'm gonna do stuff like console.error now. Throws an error to the console. So console.error, you can say stuff like I have not been able, no, or you have not subscribed to this channel. And then I'm just going to run node index. Why am I not even able to type? Okay, so we get an error saying you have not subscribed to this channel. Awesome. Okay, so I can just clear it. And now I want to give you some more stuff. So I can just do console.info. And I can just I'll try to throw in something. I've never actually worked with these before. I'm just going to throw in a hey. I'm going to run Node.js, and you'll probably see the difference of colors and all that in a browser window, but I don't think you'll actually see in a Node one. So I think if you open the browser window, and surprise, surprise, I'm using another article that I have here. I just love CSS tricks articles. You should definitely follow that out. So basically, this is the window of our browser once you get that. So basically, for console.debug, it comes in blue, and this is how console.errors are usually shown in console.info, console.log, and console.warn. So those are the stuff and how they are actually shown in the browser. And let's continue now. I can just do console.debug if you want. Debug. I can console.debug, console.debug. I'm gonna do the same for info, so I'm just gonna put, yeah. Okay, so now I have all my 5 things that I wanted to actually show you, except for console.warn. I guess you could show that as well. Console.warn, console.warn. I'm just gonna put in console.warn, and we can again run node index. Yeah, so this is actually what we get. I mean, you would see the difference in a real browser. I suppose I'll just pull it up right now, okay? Just give me one sec. Okay, so I have it open here, so I'm just gonna go open this up. And in our console, you have a clear console, and you have not subscribed. This is the error. This is the info, and then this is the debug. Why isn't the debug working like it's supposed to? Let's check that out. Yeah, it's working like it's supposed to. Okay, yeah, it's working. I think there's just differences between Chrome and Firefox and that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's how it's supposed to work, and that's how it's working. So that's awesome, you know. And now we can. I'm just gonna go continue looking into the console log properties because there's a whole lot that you could do with console log, and I'm gonna go into ES6 syntax a little bit now. But let's just go into that, okay? So yeah, let's get back here. And you know, I'm just gonna comment all of this out. Yeah, I'm gonna comment all this. And now I'm just gonna start by giving you basic console logs. So console.log string is basically gonna output you a string. Console log say 34 is just gonna output you that. Console log, I can define an object, you know. Let me just try this if I haven't defined anything. Object equals to object. Yeah, it'll work. I don't need to define anything. And then obviously it's gonna give us the object, and I can give an array as well, I guess. Array, array. Yeah, okay. So that all must be working perfectly, as console.log just returns all of them for you like this. So you see string 34 object, it gives you object of object. We don't need to open this. It gives just an array. Okay, so that's all we've called in our code here, and we could go for other stuff. You know, we can start putting commas and all that. So let's just get into it. We can actually put commas. Say you wanna take this, go for another string, you can do that. Okay, you can. It's not like you can't output 2 things in a log. So we have string string here, string string. Yeah, that's nice. And obviously we can do many other stuff I'm going to show you. You can also do string substitution. So basically what you want to do is so for string substitution, yeah, you can do it like this. So console.log string substitution. Okay, hopefully I spelled it correct. And for strings, you're gonna have a sort of table for strings. You want to do a percentage sign and s, and what you want to do here is go for another string. This string has been substituted in the previous string. Yeah, okay. So this is my console log. So you might expect to see something like this. So it says string substitution and then puts a colon and then it gives our second string. So basically what happens is this is our first string and we put that percentage sign in S and then we put this last string. So basically this last string gets substituted in our first string and it gets separated with a colon. So there are these different codes. For string, you need to do a percentage %s. For floats, you can do percentage %f. For integers, you can do percentage %d or percentage %i. And for objects and arrays, you need to do percentage %o or percentage %0. So that's basically the code that you have. Those sort of codes that you generally have. And then, yeah, by the way, I'm going to be linking the article that I'm using down in the description, so you don't need to worry at all. And instead of worrying this much about string substitutions, what you could do is using ES6 syntax, we can use template literals to get over this. So what you can do is console.log, we want to log something like this. So for template literals, we need to put these backticks, so that's the key beside your number 1 on your keyboard. Not the number pad one, but the other one on top of your letters. So I can just do this is this is a string, and then I can put colon. I mean, the colon is not compulsory or anything. You're gonna see how this works, and I can put a $sign and curly braces. You don't actually see the difference between an actual string and this color. I'm gonna change the color just so you see it. Okay, just go with something like night. Oh no, I don't want a light. I don't want a light. I want a dark theme. Yeah, let's just go to this. Okay, so you probably see, I don't like this theme, but you'll probably see the change in color because this is a template literal. Inside this, we can actually input normal JavaScript and you see the syntax highlighting goes normally. See, this is perfect. In here, you can actually enter anything. You can go for something like, okay, suppose this is one of the use cases. Suppose have const name equals to, I'm just going to put in, say, Sandy. And then you want to use that name. So you can just put a name here and it automatically recognize this variable here and it'll put it in here. So that's basically what's gonna happen. And you can go to Google Console, check that out. And this works perfectly as it's supposed to. So the colon is absolutely not compulsory. I can remove this colon here and again show it to you. It's gonna be the exact same except the colon is going to be removed. That's nice. And you know what? I don't like this color theme. I'm just gonna change it. Yeah, okay, this works. So yeah, that's one way you could use it. You can use it for objects, strings, numbers, and all of them. So it works perfectly for all of them. And you can also, apparently you can also style the output here. So what I'm gonna do is styling the output in the console. So that's gonna be a thing. So I'm gonna console.log and then put in your what do you call that, speech marks or quotation marks, and then go to percentage and type C and then start typing from here. You don't need a space. This is large red text and you can apply styles, you know, apparently. So I can do color red, font size 30 pixels. So this is basically CSS in JavaScript, but I don't know if that's the correct terminology because there's another library called I think there's another library called CSS in JS. That's the library to enter CSS, but I don't think this is it. Yeah. So we get this is large red text, and we are able to spell it. It's not text, but just so you know my spelling mistakes. Okay. Um. So you can do stuff like, yeah, you can just do some stuff. Okay. And then now you can basically experiment with all of these. You can do borders and all that. I'm just going to copy a little bit of code, paste it here. So this is the code that I have here, and look into the terminal. You get this awesome piece of, yeah. Let's continue. So we can assert stuff. So what do you mean by asserting? So console.assert. So I can do console.assert. I can actually, you know what? First, I'm going to declare a value. Let value equal to, say, 9. You know, console.assert value is less than or equal to 7. The value is greater than 7. That's less than equal to, right? Is it? Yeah. Okay. So now we get back into our thing here, our browser. Under console, it says assertion failed. The value is lesser than 7. Okay, so basically 9 is obviously lesser than 7, so this doesn't get called and it comes as an error to us. But then if we put this as, say, 10, it would work, and we could go into console to prove that. Why isn't it working, my dear child? Console.assert values less than that, values less than 10. Um, Oh, okay, I got it. So basically in assert, if the assertion fails, then it's going to output the error that we gave. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed to be greater and all that. Yeah. So, okay, to reiterate what I was saying, if this assertion fails, suppose this is 7, then it's going to render this error here. The value is greater than 7. The value is greater than 7. So that's the assertion we have here. And that's the way we do it. So there are a couple of lesser important examples, such as count and all that. And then dir, you won't actually be using all that. But I have this entire article linked, okay? So you don't have to worry anything. And you probably won't be going for console this, console that all the time. You'll just be doing regular JavaScript. The thing is that probably use most is console.log. So there's so much more here. There's time log, time manager, dir XML, trace group, and all those stuff. There's so many awesome stuff. Okay, so that's it. Have a great day, and I'm gonna be linking this article down in the description below. So in case you want to explore more, please do go down. And while you're at it, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys later. See you in the next video.